What is it like? What is it like? Look at this. Who wouldn't want a beautiful brand new Mercedes convertible? Oh my God, from Ray Cattina Mercedes-Benz right here in Edison, New Jersey. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bottom line is, this is a gorgeous car. This is an amazing place to get a car. Oh my God, it's a gorgeous day. You know what? Screw it. You guys do Greg T Live. I'm out of here. Jersey Shore. Woo! Nah, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to show you how beautiful the car this is. It's Monday, 11 a.m. You know what that is? It's Greg T Live time.
Welcome to Greg T Live, episode 20, live from the Ray Cattina Mercedes-Benz showroom in Edison, New Jersey. Today's show is sponsored by CNC Heating and Cooling. We are back after taking Memorial Day off, and we can't wait to start episode 20 off with a bang. Greg T and Garrett, take it away.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We're live? Hello? Hello? What do we say now? Everybody's looking at us. Garrett, say something. Say something, Garrett.
Start the show already.
Just say, you have to say something, Garrett. They're all looking at us.
Hit the start button.
We all,
Hit the start button.
Okay. Oh my God. Do you remember the Brady Bunch there was a Brady Bunch episode where Cindy Brady, I'm dating myself, Cindy Brady was doing a TV show. And like when the red light went on, then she was live on TV. So like they kept on telling her, and I forget they kept on saying to her, they were like, come on, Cindy, you're on TV now. Come on. Baton Rouge. That's what it was. Baton Rouge, Cindy. Baton Rouge.
Over my head, bro.
Okay, all right. You're just trying to show that you're a little younger than me. That's fine.
Little.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a Monday morning. It is Greg T Live. We are live from Route 1 in Edison, New Jersey at Ray Cattina Mercedes-Benz. We stream live every single Monday at 11 a.m. So thank you very much for being a part of Greg T Live. I'm Greg T. This is Garrett.
Yes.
And we are here. It's only the two of us today. No guests today. Actually, we have some announcements. Today's like Announcement Monday.
All right.
Where we have a lot of announcements to make.
Things are planned.
Things are planned. You know, it's always good. You know, I wonder from time to time. You know, I know that everybody here is really nice to us at Ray Cattina, you know, and I've been their friends for so many years now.
Right.
But you always wonder, like, are they really happy with the podcast? Are they excited? Do they really want you to be here every Monday? Do they not know how to just say, don't come here anymore, you know? Because that would be my problem, is that how do you tell somebody you don't want to be a part of it anymore, right? Listen, with my luck, that's what's going on today. You know, with my luck, it's the fact that you have to tell somebody you're just not wanted anymore. You're not needed. We don't need your services anymore. So I came in this morning.
It's too early to be your therapist right now.
It's hard to listen. I came in this morning and I came in all ready to go, ready to set up. And you know, they're the marketing guy, Mike Klimczak. He comes up to me and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And I get butterflies immediately.
So you think every time you walk through the door, it's the last time you'll be walking through these doors?
Well, listen, I mean, my track record so far, you know, you can always be shocked, but it's going to happen, you know. So I walked in and Mike comes up to me and he goes, hey man, we missed you last week because last week was Memorial Day Monday.
That's right.
So we elected to not do the show. And I'm like, oh, you know, you say that to everybody. I immediately said that. You say it to everybody. And he goes, no. He goes, some people around here were wondering if you were going to show up like on Tuesday or Wednesday to make up for it, whatever. Like there are people that really miss you. And I'm like, come on, man, who would miss me, you know?
You need to hear that from time to time.
No, I don't need to hear it.
You're that friend that needs a little bit more of an insurance.
I just know that no one really misses me.
Like you make me dinner, and it's like you'll be like, oh no, it's actually good. No, tell me how good it is.
I used to always think that people really liked me, but now that things have gone astray, I now realize that there are people that just don't like me. It's okay. It's okay, and I'm okay with that.
No, you're not. I know you.
Well, anyway, so out of nowhere, he goes, hey, listen, he goes, we had a big meeting and we want to do a Greg T Live podcast tour. And I'm like, what?
That's good news.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what do you mean a tour? And he was like, yeah, he's like, we want to go to all our different dealerships and we want to set up on Mondays and do your podcast from different dealerships and, you know, promote their cars. Because, you know, Ray Cattina's got many different brands.
Right.
They've got Lexus and they've got BMW and they've got Mercedes and Jaguar, Land Rover. They've got them all, and Porsche, right? So I'm thinking, like, this is a good thing. This is a real good thing. This is not a bad thing. This is like they're like really into it.
Did the cloud like slowly get away from you, and then you're like, oh, a little bit of sunshine?
I will admit. Like, at first, I was kind of nervous when he said, hey, we had a big meeting. But then I was kind of like, like it felt good. It felt really like I was really impressed. And I'm like, wow, this is a good deal. So that's it. So that's our first big announcement today, guys, is that every Monday starting, and here's the other thing, they don't even want to wait. Like they're like, I'm like, so do you want to plan it out? You know, we can come up with like, you know, the Greg T Podcast Tour T-shirts.
Oh, you love a shirt.
I do.
You love no matter what. You love shirts.
I certainly do. Look, from our favorite restaurant over here, and from Asbury Park Distillery.
You've always been an opponent of.
I think T-shirts are good things.
Of just a uniform. You love a good uniform, no matter where you. Does it annoy you when the Amazon guys that aren't in the truck and in their own car show up with a non-Amazon uniform?
I love uniforms. I think uniforms are the way to go. I think everybody needs to be in a uniform. It keeps everybody nice and clean. It identifies everybody of who they are. So I do. I think a uniform is the way to go. Everybody needs to have a uniform. So, hey, listen, speaking of T-shirts, if you want to send us one of your T-shirts, please do. You got to message me at Greg T Live on Instagram, all right? Go to Greg T Live on Instagram. Message me that you would like to send us a T-shirt, and I'll get in touch with you. We'll send you a shirt back. So I'll send you a Greg T Live T-shirt, and you could send me one of your small business T-shirts that you have. How about that? We'll do a T-shirt trade, all right? And we'll put it right here on the table with us. Not only that, so then he's like, hey, do you want to get some new tablecloth? Do you want to get a black one? Do you want to put new logos on it? I swear, I'm like, I couldn't believe. You're looking at me like this is not what happened.
Well,
this
is
really
great.
What happened.
This is all good, positive news.
It is positive news.
Well, I guess I mean it sucks that you have to bring yourself to the point where it's death, doom, and destruction, only to find out that it makes the positive news feel that much better.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But up until that point, it brings you to the you're digging yourself a grave.
Well, now I have to tell you,
now you're putting the dirt back into the grave.
This morning when I woke up, right? Like I was like, all right, well, it was kind of like there's this old commercial where the Dunkin' Donuts.
Was it on the
guy,
Brady Brunch?
No, this was Dunkin' Donuts. An older commercial where the guy wakes up to go to Dunkin' and he's like,
the guy that looks like Mario.
And yeah, the guy looks like Mario. And he goes, time to make the donuts. The donuts. Gotta make the donuts. So I woke up this morning and I'm thinking like, I'm like, all right, I got to go to East Brunswick. Got to go do my thing. After East Brunswick, then I got to go and do the podcast. I'm like, oh, my life is miserable right now. My life is totally miserable, you know? And I'm thinking, so when I walked in, all of a sudden, Mike Klimczak turned my life from being miserable into a really, really happy and positive day.
See?
So I really think it's great. I really do. Listen, there's a couple of people out there that are watching right now. I wish you guys would all, come to the podcast, say hello, and turn my life into a happy place. Right now, it's not a very happy place, but I'm trying to make it.
We will be good, man.
All right.
We will be good.
So anyway, so that is announcement number one, that we are going to take this tour, this podcast on a tour. So we are looking for sponsors. So also, if you're a small business and you would like to jump on with us and be a part of it, we would love to have you. And if you are the lead sponsor, we want you to be on the show with us that day.
Or if you just have a butt ton of money and you're just looking to get rid of it, and you want a little bit of a shout out,
right,
just for to hang, and you got nothing to do on a Monday because you have so much money and maybe you don't know where to put it.
Wouldn't it be so amazing? I was here early, so we were looking at. I was walking around perusing the showroom here, and
window shopping.
I was window shopping, and in the back behind our wall over here, they have even like more expensive vehicles back here, And I'm walking around and I'm looking at some of the price tags and some of these Mercedes-Benz, like they have the G-Wagons,
right,
that are all done up and everything. Some of the prices, $161,000, was $118,000, and I'm thinking like, dude, why can't I just be rich? I mean, I don't know if that's what I would do with my money. Okay, look, for the record, I don't know. If you were rich, what would you do with your money? I don't know. Obviously, if I was rich, because I come from a humble background, I would actually donate some money to charity. I would 100%.
But doesn't everybody say that?
No, but I really would, though. You wouldn't do that?
That's like it's easier to say that right now.
But listen,
because you don't have it.
Yeah, but if you're from humble beginnings, right, and you all of a sudden, gain a lot of money that comes your way, you definitely want to give back to those that are just like you as well. You want to find charities to give to. So
knowing your situation right now.
Oh my God, my situation right now, yes. Yeah, I'm begging for charity. I'm begging for charity money.
But all of a sudden, you come into a butt ton of money,
Yeah.
let's just say.
I still will find it in my heart to give to a charity.
So before you take care of everything else that has driven you insane.
No. I would take care of myself first.
Right.
I would take care of the family first, which I think is expected. You take care of your family, take care of your friends, and then obviously I would set some aside. And I would say, let's give X amount to these 3 charities that we really like a lot. And I would do that. I would pick 3 charities that I'm really close with, and I would give them some money.
You know, it's going to be funny. This clip, because it's the internet, will live on forever. Yeah. And, somewhere down the road.
One day, don't you ever think...
You're going to come into money from winning something.
Never.
And someone's going to hold you to this clip right here.
That's fine, but I'm not that lucky to ever really win money. Like, I'm not lucky like that. It's not.
See, you're doing it again. You're doing the whole I walked into Mercedes thing with the dark cloud.
But I'm not a lucky person.
Do you do it on purpose just in hope something good happens?
What is so wrong about that? The truth is, I'm not a very lucky person.
You were also getting fired today when you walked into the door.
That word fired. Please, my stomach goes into knots. Oh, my God, I can't take it anymore. Every time I hear the word fired, my stomach is in flip-flops. Oh, my goodness. Anyway.
Your stomach is in flip-flops?
It's in flip-flop mode. It's in... Anyway, so that is announcement number 1. We're looking for sponsors to jump on board, and the tour starts next week. So next Monday, they're already going to have us out at another dealership.
Okay.
Like, they don't even want. They're not even like stopping. They're like, how fast can we get this thing up and rolling? And I'm like, all right, we'll get up as fast as we possibly can.
Is that a sponsor right there?
Already, look. So I have somebody that helps sell some things for me. This is so exciting, she said. See, I have somebody that helps me sell some sponsorships. This is so exciting. We'll be at Ray Katina with you, ready to go. How great is that? That's terrific. That's terrific. That is absolutely terrific.
All right.
So there you go. So that is announcement number 1. Cheers. Cheers. I know, cheers.
Cheers. Do you have that one friend in that group of friends that is like a crazy workout person?
I guess I have an acquaintance that's that way.
We have an acquaintance here too, and he's not here today.
Oh, really? You were going to bring somebody by?
No. He's at home because he's probably hurting. Ryan, our friend Ryan, ran this race yesterday.
Oh, I didn't know that.
High Rocks.
Oh, really?
In New York City, where it literally is just a gauntlet of just pain.
You're kidding. Well, let's talk to Ryan's co-hosts. Co-workers that are here. Can we turn the cameras around, fellas? I asked that so that everybody at home can finally see everybody.
As they're talking.
There we go. Yes,
there we go.
The camera guys.
So High Rocks is this race where you are carrying 2 dumbbells, for a mile.
Well, let's talk to Mitch and Aiden here.
You're running like 2 or 3 miles.
Okay.
You're throwing a medicine ball up against a wall, like 200 times?
Mitch and Aiden, the camera guys that you're looking at right now, they work with Ryan. So is that true? Is that what happened to Ryan? Can you guys expand on that?
I didn't know he's a meathead.
What happened? I'm sorry, go ahead.
He absolutely is a bit of a meathead, but I wouldn't go that far. But High Rocks is serious, yeah.
And is that what happened to him?
Is he hurting? Is that why we don't have Ryan here today?
He's golfing today. He has a golf outing.
Oh, he's got a golf outing.
So he's golfing after working out. I'm telling you, T, it's one of those things where...
Thank you, fellas.
If you were to...
And thank you for the revolving camera.
...attempt this thing...
Yes.
You would this would be far worse than your marathon
experience.
I
ran 3 New York City marathons.
Far worse.
Come on, man. Listen, if I can establish myself as a runner, and it takes some time to, I will admit it takes some time.
They have no sponges to put between your butt.
Not everybody knows that story. We don't want to go there. Maybe next week I can tell the story about the marathon, but not right now. That's not.
Yeah. So I was surprised because we've known Ryan now for almost 6 months, and I didn't know he could do that.
Well, I didn't know either. I knew he was working out.
That's what I learned on social media this week.
I knew he was working out, but I didn't know exactly, what he was really into.
Did you learn on anything on social media this weekend?
That's another good segment. What did we learn on social media? This weekend, I did not. I don't think I learned anything on social media this weekend. I thought, no, this weekend was a boring weekend for us. It really was. Like, the T's really didn't do anything except, like, run a couple of errands, do some food shopping, and went to Costco. Like, there was just nothing going on.
Wait, you food shop and go to Costco?
Wait, you know what? Yes, I do both. Well, you can't get everything at Costco. You got to get the little things at like, your local grocery store.
Like Lavodi's.
You got to go to Lavodi's. Yeah, of course. We saw Mission Impossible.
You like it?
I did. So I saw part 2, I guess, or the finishing part of The Reckoning, right?
The Final Reckoning.
The Final Reckoning. And I thought it was good. I don't think it needed to be 3 hours long.
Yeah, 2:48.
Like, that was a long time to sit and watch a movie. I don't need to see movies that are 3 hours long. I just don't.
So
I don't need to.
Knowing you and the elements of being in a comfortable chair.
I wasn't in a comfortable chair.
A dark room.
I love being in a dark room.
And
popcorn.
And popcorn.
I was so happy.
Did you fall asleep at all?
I did not fall asleep. Trish did. My wife fell asleep. Trish fell asleep for a little bit. So did Ella. They both fell asleep. Jada did not. Jada and I both stayed awake, and we watched it. I was surprised. And I tried to explain to her a couple of things that were going on. We had a little father-daughter bonding moment during the movie. It was nice. But she was, and everybody liked it. I'm not going to say anybody didn't like it. Everybody liked it. But yes, Trish did doze off a little bit, and so did Ella. They dozed. And I just felt it was too long. 3 hours is just too long of a movie.
How'd you get your 2 daughters and wife to agree to Mission Impossible over Lilo and Stitch?
So how funny. So on Friday night, Ella went to go see Lilo and Stitch with her friends.
She loved it?
She did. She thought it was fantastic.
I thought it was awesome.
She liked it a lot. She's a big Lilo and Stitch fan, so she liked it a lot. Her and her friends went.
You would cry.
That's what she says. I would cry. Why would I cry? It's Lilo and Stitch. They're not even like cute characters. Like, I don't even think they're adorable at all. I think they're kind of ugly, to be honest with you.
Lilo is cute.
No, I don't think so.
A little girl is not cute.
No, I'm not saying. I don't know the whole story.
See,
what do
you don't even know the characters.
I've never seen it before.
You are just blindly calling a little girl ugly.
Wait, I never said anything about a little girl's being ugly. I said Lilo and Stitch is ugly. The actual characters, those animated figurines, I think that they're not so good
Lilo
looking.
is a little girl.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've never even seen it before.
So you just blind go in there and go, just based off the name. You thought,
no,
what did you think?
Characters. I know what the characters look like, Lilo and Stitch, but I don't know who. So you're saying the Lilo and Stitch are girls? What do you mean they're girls?
Describe Lilo.
They're charapters.
Describe Lilo.
They're like the blue figurine, the blue character.
That's Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, the blue characters, Lilo and Stitch. They're the what do you mean? No, the animated characters are Lilo and Stitch, right?
I'm going to show you Lilo
what do you mean?
Stitch, and you'll see one is a human and one is an animal.
Oh, then I meant the animal. So who's the animal?
Who's the animal?
Oh, I would say that's Stitch. So Stitch is the animal.
Stitch is the animal.
Okay.
There we go. All right, we're getting there.
Animal. So Stitch, I don't think is an attractive. That's what I meant.
Because he's an alien.
Well, either way, I don't care. I just think that.
Have you ever seen a cute alien?
Stitch is not good looking. That's all I'm saying is that they could have made Stitch a little bit, more, cute and everything, cuddly, but it's not. To me, Stitch is not very attractive. I'm not hurting anybody's feelings.
Okay.
All I'm saying.
What about Lilo?
Lilo's gorgeous. Lilo's a cute little girl.
Yeah.
But I missaid it. I didn't mean that Lilo and Stitch. I just meant that Stitch himself. Stitch is not a cute little character.
Do you know what Ohana means?
I have no idea. I've never seen the movie.
You've never seen Lilo and Stitch?
I've never seen Lilo and Stitch. Tell you what I'll do. This week, I will watch Lilo and Stitch, and I will give you a book report for next week. I'm going to write down as notes. But
right? You know what I want?
I'm going to take some notes.
No, this is what I want.
Watching Lilo and Stitch.
I want you to, the moment you walk out of, are you going to go to the movies, or are you going to watch the animated?
I'm going to watch the animated, because Ella says the same thing.
Yes. I don't know if you'll cry during the anime, because it's an animated movie.
Greg T must watch Lilo and Stitch.
Here's what I don't even want a book report. I think this will do way much better for us and in general.
Well, what is the whole entire? What's it about? So Lilo
Ohana.
is a little girl.
I'm not going to tell you. Ohana. It's
all
about
what is Ohana?
Family.
Family? Is it so? It's Lilo Ohana? Is that her full name?
No. Ohana is a Hawaiian term for family.
Oh, okay, fine. So it's Lilo's family,
right?
And then where does Stitch come in? Stitch is like E.T., like she finds this alien.
Well, something you can relate to, an outcast that gets kicked out of outer space.
Oh, really? So Stitch gets kicked out, he's fired?
Well, yeah, but he's considered an outcast because he's different than everybody else in
space.
Oh
my gosh! Now I really feel bad for Stitch. Man, I might like him now.
And now Stitch lands on Earth.
Really?
And no one knows what Stitch is, but Lilo, being a young, innocent little girl
really
takes to liking of Stitch.
I need a young innocent company to take a liking to me, to take me on. That's what I need.
Well, yes, and others need to consider you an outcast.
Well, there is people that consider me an outcast right now. I am an outcast. I have been outcasted.
You know, you have been painted blue before for
That's
whole
true.
different reasons, but you have that little Stitchness to you.
All right, we have to take a where-to-go break. Unfortunately, we have to stop this conversation and get back.
Before we do that,
yes. But we're running out of time.
No book report.
Okay. No, I want to come back and tell you.
No. I want a live first-person selfie reaction of a review that you can post online the moment Lilo and Stitch ends, where there are tears running down your face.
Gotcha. So you want me to watch the movie.
The moment it's over.
The moment's over.
Full review.
Full review of whether or not I like it or not.
And then we'll
but then I'll show you first. I'm not just going to post it immediately.
No.
I will show you.
We'll air it back next Monday.
Okay, fine, deal. All right, I like that. That's fine. I'll do that. That's
the
not a problem.
moment it's over.
All right, listen. Message me right now at Greg T Live. Did you watch Lilo and Stitch? And did you like Lilo and Stitch?
Do you know who Lilo and Stitch are?
So just message me at Greg T Live on Instagram right now. All right. We're gonna be right back right after this short break.
Oh, Mike's here. He might fire you.
This is Where to Go.
Now, if you don't know, Playa Bowls is the popular chain specializing in acai bowls, smoothies, and other superfruit-based treats. Now, Playa Bowls got started back in 2014 right at the Jersey Shore and has grown all across the U.S. They have bowls like acai, dragon fruit, coconut greens, topped with fresh fruit, granola, little honey, and other healthy ingredients. So as summer approaches, get beach-inspired, health-conscious smoothie bowls over at Playa Bowls in Princeton, South Brunswick, and East Windsor, New Jersey. Playa Bowls, that's where to go.
Where to go?
If you're craving that real Nashville flavor, well, you want to go over to Broadway Chicken in Middletown, New Jersey, where they are serving up the crispiest fried chicken that you've ever tasted, seasoned with that bold, spicy Nashville kick. Dig into saucy wings, juicy sandwiches, and a garden fresh salad as well. Then for dessert, how about a thick, creamy ice cream shake that's going to hit that sweet spot every single time. Whether you're all about that heat or just keeping it classic, there's something for everyone at Broadway Chicken, Route 35 in Middletown, New Jersey. Bringing that Nashville flavor right here to New Jersey with Broadway Chicken. That's where to go.
Where to go?
Lunar Audio and Video. They are a full-service audio and video integration company based in northern New Jersey, specializing in both residential and commercial projects. They offer a comprehensive range of services including home automation, video distribution, multi-room audio, lighting, security systems. Now for commercial clients, Lunar Audio and Video provides digital signage, video walls, projectors, and security installations. And then on the residential side of things, they offer their clients home theaters, home audio systems, and advanced security systems as well. LunarAV.com. Lunar Audio and Video, that's where to go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. Garrett, maybe you can, talk to the audience for a quick second while I try to figure out why we cannot get our Bluetooth up and rolling here.
Worst case,
so we
just
can
put it on speaker.
Well, I guess that's worst case. We're going to try to get somebody on the phone with us right now.
So we're going to try to book our guest for next week, but
Correct.
we should talk about that since we'll be on the road.
Correct. That's right. Next week. So the big announcement is that Ray Katina, where we are broadcasting live, we do it every single Monday morning at 11 a.m. We podcast from Route 1 in Edison, New Jersey, and we're about to make another official announcement. So we are going on tour.
Or are you getting fired again?
Oh, please, let's not mention that. You know what? We'll have to call in a second. Are you ready? We're bringing him in right now. The general manager of Ray Katina Mercedes-Benz. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Doug Wells.
Hey, Dougie.
Doug, come on in.
The man that you have seen on every Hulu commercial known to man.
Yes, and I don't want to mess up my hair.
Oh, my gosh.
I noticed you don't have that issue.
He does. I don't think Doug knows this. Doug.
What?
So looking at Greg T's head.
Oh, come on. Can we not start again? Let's just stay focused here.
Hold on.
Oh, my
How
gosh.
much do you think this man pays for a haircut?
He probably pays $25 because he gets the shave done and all the cream and the lotion and all that stuff.
So there you go, $25.
How much do you pay?
$50.
Wow.
I go every Friday or Saturday. I go see George the barber, and he has to, he does my eyebrows. Just like you said, he does the shave, and he's a good conversationalist.
And he has a handshake.
And a good. That's right. You got to do the handshake. Like you got to do like this. You got to chest bump. You got to do that handshake.
My hairstylist has been doing my hair now for probably like 12 years.
Where do you go? Shout him out.
I go to Hannah. She's down. She has her own little place down in West Long Branch in the shopping center by Home Depot.
Oh yeah.
But she actually uses scissors and cuts everything. She doesn't.
Really?
She doesn't use the things.
No
and do
buzzers.
no buzzer shortcut. Just the buzzers to do this.
Wow.
She does. I always tease her. Can you take care of my old man eyebrows?
And she keeps you nice. Yeah, you got to shave them down.
Just as I get older, hair starts to grow out places I never expected before.
Why
Bro,
the
I feel
ears?
ya, I
Why
feel
the
ya.
ears? I don't get
right.
the ears.
Why a hair?
And could be there gone, and then you look 4 hours later, and it's like this long.
Why do we get hair in our ears? I don't understand.
It's
You're
a weird
right.
place for hair to grow.
It's
I
the
agree.
perks of getting older.
It's
You're
like they
right.
ran out of ideas. Like, where else should we put hair?
Hey, listen, we're really excited for today. So we made the announcement. I have to tell you, I was nervous coming in. I don't know why. I just didn't feel good about today.
Would you ever make this man take him as a nervous person?
No.
And I got in, and Klimsak was here, Mike Klimsak, and he said, "Hey, man, listen, we missed you last week. Blah blah blah. We were talking. We'd like to do a summer tour and visit all these dealerships. So tell us about how the decision came about."
So it started. We're gonna. So the headquarters, which is right here at Mercedes-Benz of Edison.
Right.
We have two other sister stores that do very, very well.
Right.
One north of us and one south of us. And we're gonna talk about, like, if you look at the Mercedes-Benz star, it's got 3 points.
Yeah.
So there's 3 points of contact that you can go to purchase a Mercedes-Benz, lease a Mercedes-Benz, service your Mercedes-Benz, or get parts for Mercedes-Benz. And we have 3 great locations where you can get great service in 3 different areas. And we want everybody to. We're going to start doing an ad campaign.
That's great.
Talking about the 3 stores together, because it is the Ray Cattina family. It's also what we call our customers. And we're going to promote and take over a much bigger market area and promote the 3 stores so all 3 stores can continue to grow the way they're growing.
That's awesome.
And just really, because they got the one key thing that they have in common is Ray Cattina's name.
I love it.
So they have the Ray Cattina mindset. They have the Ray Cattina customer service mindset.
Yeah.
And we really want to take advantage of this. And then eventually we'll do Lexus, because we have 4 Lexus stores.
Yeah.
We have 2 Land Rover stores.
Yeah.
So we figure we'll start with Mercedes-Benz. We'll have you do a show next Monday at either Freehold or that's close for you.
Whatever you want to do.
And then we do the Union store.
My take was, and I said to Mike this morning, so when Mike Klimsak, their marketing director, came in, and I said to him, and he asked me, and I said, "What are you even asking me for? I have been waiting to do this for Ray Cattina since we said that we would do the podcast. Like, I want you guys to take advantage of the podcast. I really do. I think that there's stuff here that you guys can really take advantage of, in advertising, and I really wanted to be a part of that. So there was not even, you didn't even have to ask. Like, I'm so glad that we're doing it. I am 100% in. I can't wait to visit all the car dealerships that we have on lined up. And so next week, where do you want to begin?
So I think I like the idea of maybe you going down to Freehold.
So you want to start at
Now, if
Freehold
you
next
remember
Monday?
Lee Farrell there, who
Yeah, of
started
course.
working for Ray almost
Lee,
around the
lovely,
same time.
lovely.
She's now the general manager
Yeah.
in the store. And to give you an idea how the Ray Cattina family works, Lee started out here. She was doing reception and doing it in the accounting office.
Right.
She's very, very smart,
Yep.
and she's worked her way up, and she's been the general manager, I think, of Freehold Mercedes for 7 or 8 years, and she's been knocking it out of the park.
I love those stories. When you could start at the ground and work all your way on, all the way up, I think those are beautiful stories.
And we just promoted her son, who was a salesperson here. He was also a salesperson in our Union store, and we just promoted him to be a sales manager.
I love what you guys do.
in the Freehold store. So
Seriously.
it's we really like to see people in the company grow.
Yep.
And we, when people get to experience all the stores, they may have been coming here forever, but if they walk into Freehold, they're going to see a familiar face. If they walk into Union, they're going to see a
Maybe
familiar
I could
face.
start here. Maybe I should start here.
You
Seriously.
might as well at this
Right?
point.
I could start. What level? Where could I start? If I had to come get a job at Ray Cattina, where could I start right now? Where could I start today?
Well, I would probably say we'd have to train you and maybe have you start you
Right.
as a product concierge, where you can learn how to deal with all different type of people, all
Right.
different ages.
So that-
but you
I would be
learn
good
and
at
you
that.
learn the product.
Yeah.
You will actually teach the customers how to use their cars and do all that stuff.
Gotcha.
And based on that, will show if your next road is to go into, if you want to go elevate into sales, or if you want to go down to service and elevate into the service department.
What about maybe in the marketing department? Maybe I'm best suited in the marketing department because this is what I do.
We'd have to talk to Mike Klimzak because
he's the marketing guy.
Because he's our guy.
He's the marketing guy.
I don't want to take his job. I like it. You're
Hey,
right.
Mike, you're out. Now you're fired, Mike.
and so for years we did something, and Edison High School hasn't done it for a while, but years ago I had 2 school teachers and a guide and 2 guidance counselors from Edison High School. They came over here one day, and they said, "Doug, can we have a tour here? We have like 25 students that we don't know if they're going to go to college or what they want to do, but you have a very big business here, so could you give them a full tour of everything in the facility? And during that tour, can you kind of like explain to them what each job is, what kind of money you can make in each job, longevity and all this stuff?"
Sure.
And because we have kids that maybe want to go to a vocational school, et cetera, and then can we have a lunch afterwards and let them do a Q&A with you? And we did it, I think it was 2 or 3 years in a row, and I thought it was a great thing to do for young kids that don't necessarily know what they're going to do.
Right.
And to be able to walk into a big business that's part of the fabric of a neighborhood for so long, we gave them that opportunity.
That's great. That is great. You guys are just awesome. I really, there's nothing better can be said. You guys are just amazing. I love the company. I love Ray Katina. I'm so glad that I could be a part of it and be affiliated with you guys. You guys are just awesome.
Well, we love you, and we've loved you forever.
All right, so next week. So
Wait, did you hear that? Now accept it. Accept the compliment.
Hold on, let me. Doug, thank you very much for that compliment. I can accept that compliment. Thank you very much.
He was ready to move on to the
He
next
was going to
thing.
ignore the compliment.
Yeah, he was
difficult.
going to ignore it and be like, Doug
very
hates
difficult.
me. Doug hates me.
No, I don't think so. Okay, so where do we want to begin? So do you want to kick it off? No, but I want to make sure we get this right. So do you want to kick off the tour next Monday in Freehold?
I'm thinking. I say go to Freehold.
Okay.
And we'll let Lee know that you're coming down there for Freehold, and you'll set up down there and do a nice thing down there.
And we'll definitely want to have Lee on for sure.
100%.
Right.
And then if you want to invite a guest or something,
Well, we were talking about that. We're actually going to try to talk and get some sponsors involved. We really are. I have some sponsors that I think would want to be a part of it.
There, right?
Jersey Freeze
Jersey
is down
Freeze
there.
is down there.
Right? Even Levotes. I can even talk to Levotes and see.
Levotes is down there.
You know, you're right. So let me see if there's a sponsorship. I don't know because I have to talk to them, but I don't know. I'm going to invite as many people on as sponsors as I possibly can. I'll see if they want to get involved.
Thank God we happen to have a very large customer base.
Yeah.
And everybody you name are clients of ours, and
Right.
all the businesses in that area, almost everybody is a client of ours, whether it's in Mercedes, Porsche, Lexus, Audi, all of our different locations. So we'd love having any of those people. If we could help promote their business, it's our pleasure. If they're doing it in our house, we love doing that.
And that's great. And the same thing will go for next week. The doors will open at 10 if there's people that would like to be a part of it, like a live audience. But we got to try to think about bringing some cool guests in maybe. Like who can we get? We have so much to do this week now. We can really plan some really cool guests for each spot to make it even that much bigger and that much better. That'd be great.
You got it.
And I'll reach out to Lee after this and say, Lee, do you have a guest that you would like to have
They
on?
might even have somebody. Yeah, that's right. Because I'm sure that they have some celebs that come through there to buy some cars.
And Lee's going to ask you because she does an event. We have she's a member of a beach club in Long Branch, and she does a Regatina event day there. And she says, I think I'm going to ask Greg T to come spend the day there.
I would totally do that. I would absolutely do that. I love you guys. This is incredible. It really is. I'm telling you, there's no other this is the best car dealership around. It really is. Ray Katina is the way to go.
What would you rate them out of 10?
10 out of 10.
All right.
10 out of 10.
Not a 12 out of 10?
Well, I would go 12. If I could push it, I push it. I go to 12, 13 out of 10. I love you guys. Listen, I was born and raised on your cars. I love it.
Do you have the kids are a soccer team? Or
Yep, soccer team.
I saw it. I saw the post.
I was coach. Finished up the soccer season.
What'd you finish up?
I think we had 5 wins and 2 losses.
Not bad.
It's kind of cool, as I understand what teachers see in students when they first start day one, even though I had 3 months with these kids to see what they started at versus what they turned into. I was on such a high yesterday.
That's incredible.
And it actually makes, I always tell everybody I know that ever coaches kids going up, it makes your coaching, but it also makes you better at everything because you're dealing with different personalities and communication skills have to be used. And the only way you succeed is by making each one of these kids, 1, succeed, and 2, buy in on being a team member.
But let me tell you, Doug, when they lose, I want to
take it to heart.
I want to take it. I want to take hostages.
Oh, now you know what it's like. See,
I wanna take
all those
hostages.
stories I used to tell you. I used to get so mad on the sidelines when I was coaching.
Yeah, but when you weren't coaching, you would still get mad and get kicked out of games.
I get very serious about soccer. Very, very serious. Very serious.
Very serious. Hey, did you golf this week?
I golfed.
It was
I golfed-
rainy, so I didn't.
I didn't golf this past weekend, but I golfed the Friday before, and I actually, it was my first round, and I actually won some money from
Wow.
from a radio host.
Oh, you did take. I know who you went with, right? You took some money from him.
Yes.
That's good. Good for you. Good for you.
But you didn't golf with the other people that you were going to golf with.
No, that did not.
Listen, I think this is exciting. The whole thing. I'm thrilled to the pieces about this. I thank you so much.
Run our ping pong ball idea by Doug.
All right, so this is what we do. So from week to week, I know you got to get back. I know you have things to do. I'm sorry. I don't want to keep you too long. But so
I have a face for radio.
So, please, that's my line. I got a face for radio, and we do have to take another break. But so we call this segment here Garrett's Bright Ideas. So every week, Garrett comes up with an amazing, far-fetched idea. Like when we wanted to push the Porsche a couple of weeks ago.
Did you see him push a Porsche not a mile?
I heard he could not make it.
I could not do it. I couldn't do it.
The way it was produced, though,
But-
I for sure thought he was coming close. And then at the end of the video,
Where you saw me poop out.
you saw how far he pushed it. It was what,
Yeah, it wasn't
0.12 mile?
Yeah, it was not far at all.
1.5.
Right.
0.15 of a mile.
That's right. No, I did not succeed. But anyway, so Garrett has these amazing ideas. So he has another bright idea. So here's what we need. We need a Mercedes-Benz. We want to be sitting inside the Mercedes-Benz, and then we want to fill it with ping pong balls. We want to get. We're going to guess how many ping pong balls. How many ping pong balls we can fill into a Mercedes? Are you down for that?
We can do that.
You can do that.
The only deal is you have to get the balls out when we're
have to
done.
clean it up.
We were talking to Clem. Here's Mike Klimsack now. We were talking about getting a shop vac and like sucking them all up. That's the only other way to get them out of the car. We have to figure that out. But if you're down with filling up a Mercedes-Benz with ping pong balls, then we're in.
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we, if we are going to fill a car with ping pong balls,
At one of the locations.
we'll have the car situated.
Yes.
If you want, we could. Can't move it from one location to another. But
Right.
we'll have the car situated.
Right.
We'll put the golf balls in there.
Yep.
And let's let
No, ping pong balls.
ping pong balls.
Ping pong balls.
Let's let people come, look at the car, and sort of calculate how many ping pong balls they are.
Yep.
And the following week,
Yes.
we can announce who the winner is, and let's put some sort of prize out there
Yeah, we'll figure
like
out a
for the winner.
prize. We'll figure out a prize.
That's the way. See, Garrett's bright ideas come
So
together.
the car stays with
Yes.
the golf ball. I mean, the ping pong balls.
Ping pong balls, right.
I'm always thinking golf.
golf,
I
you got
apologize.
golf. In the
Right.
mind.
And people have to guess how many are in there. Right? And then that would be great. And then they win a grand prize. We don't know what the grand prize is just yet, but we will figure that whole thing
We'll
out.
come up with something good.
Yeah.
And if any of your vendors or our vendors want to say we want to throw a gift card into the winner,
Right.
or we want to throw a,
We need sponsors. We
could
gotta
do
get
this.
these sponsors on here for this. This is a big deal. There's a lot happening
Well,
there right
the
now.
other thing that's really exciting, and there's a new movie coming out. Did you see the movie?
F1.
Did you see it with Brad Pitt?
I'm seeing it this week.
So you know.
Can I go?
If you would like to, yeah.
Yes, I would like to go.
Wait, you know what he does? He hosts red carpet events
I want to be there.
for premieres.
There's
Plus, my wife and I had this conversation.
Yeah.
So how old is Brad Pitt?
56?
No. He's
60?
60. He's 61. He'll
Great
be,
skincare
He'll be
routine.
62. And I said to my wife,
Wait, you're the same age?
we're the same
yeah,
age.
same
And I
age.
said to my wife, I go, I look much better than Brad Pitt. And she goes, no. I go, yes. But she also said he had a facelift.
See?
I said, this is all natural. I'm just old, salt weather.
You do look
beaten-
good. You do look good. You don't
So-
look bad.
You know the story behind F1, right? This F1 story?
What is the story behind it?
So Brad Pitt plays like the old dog.
Right.
From Mercedes-Benz driver.
Yeah, the Mercedes-Benz driver, and he's kind of, washed up over it, and
Right.
there's a new hot driver that's just taken over, that's kind of cocky.
Lewis Hamilton?
No, but Lewis Hamilton is in the movie.
Of course. How could you not? You can't have an F1 movie without him. I mean, it's like having a basketball movie without Jordan or without LeBron.
So Brad Pitt's character kind of gets put up against the new young buck,
Right.
in the sense of saying that the old guy still can, keep up with the new guy, and
Right,
the younger
right,
guy.
right,
and
right.
It's kind of,
Well,
yeah.
so I got to experience. you guys got to go to a break, and I'm
Yes,
going
we
to keep
do.
talking.
We got to
don't
take a
I?
break. You want to save the story?
I'll save the story, and I'll tell you when we get back.
Okay, deal.
Look
All
at
right.
this guy.
Okay, I really like a radio professional.
Better knows than you.
All right, listen, guys, we got to take a quick break. When we get back, more with Doug and his story, and we also have to try to get somebody on the phone that we were planning to talk to today. So we hopefully don't run out of time. But anyway, this is a quick where to go break, and we'll be right back right after this.
Red Tomato Urban Pizzeria is stuck in my head. What color is the tomato? Red tomato. Red Tomato has been serving Marlboro, Colts Neck, and Manalapan communities with your favorite Italian dishes and delicious pizza for years. And Red Tomato offers gluten-free options and cauliflower crust personal pizzas. Red Tomato is in the Wawa Shopping Center on Route 520, and you can go ahead and order ahead of time at redtomatonj.com. What color is the tomato? Red tomato. That's where to go.
Where to go?
It's called Stretch Lab. Improve posture, reduce stress, increase range of motion and flexibility at the Stretch Lab, Marlboro, New Jersey. Improve your sports performance or reduce that muscle and joint pain. Stretch Lab's team of highly trained flexologists will give you a deeper stretch than you could ever achieve on your own. Go to stretchlab.com to find your Stretch Lab location near you. Current locations in Westfield, Summit, Shrewsbury, Wall Township, Howell, and Metuchen. Or call the number on your screen for Stretch Lab in Marlboro, New Jersey. Stretch Lab, that's where to go.
Where to go?
It's Bobo's Cheesesteak. Bobo's was voted best cheesesteak in Bergen County, New Jersey. Bobo's has been open since November of 2020 and has been a staple in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey ever since. Everything's made fresh in-house. They use ribeye for all their steak sandwiches, and the bread is delivered fresh every day. Located at 252 Main Street, Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Stop by Bobo's Cheesesteaks today. Follow them on Instagram at Bobo's Cheesesteaks. It's Bobo's Cheesesteaks. That's where to go.
Where to go?
All right, guys, and we are back. We are live on a Monday morning, streaming to you right now on YouTube and also on Instagram. We're in Edison, New Jersey on Route 1 at Ray Cattina Mercedes-Benz, and we're here every single Monday morning at 11 a.m. It's not a car podcast, but it's a cool place to have a podcast, that's for sure. The backdrop here is amazing. All these beautiful brand new Mercedes-Benz vehicles. Incredible. And, of course, to be here at Ray Cattina, this is the most iconic car dealership in the tri-state area, maybe in the country. Ray Cattina Mercedes-Benz right here in New Jersey. And we've got with us Doug Wells. Doug is the general manager of Ray Cattina Mercedes-Benz. He's been here for 1 trillion years. The place does not run without Doug Wells. So Doug, thank you.
The Brad Pitt of Ray Cattina.
The Brad Pitt of Ray Cattina. I like that. Yes, he is.
You like that one, huh?
I like it. Now, we've been talking about it, so we announced, and in case you're just joining us right now, we announced it earlier. Ray Cattina has wanted to do a tour now. We are going to be doing a Greg T Live podcast tour for the remainder of the summer, starting next Monday. So next Monday, let's finalize it right now. Are we definitely starting? We're going to, it's 100%, right?
100% next Monday.
So next Monday,
He's gonna
we're
ask you
starting.
2 more times.
No, I want to make sure. Next Monday in Freehold, New Jersey, on Route 9.
Next Monday is Union.
Oh, see, so we're changing it up.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah, next Monday is Union.
Union? Well, can we get a camera on Mike Klimsak and a microphone on Mike? Can we spin it around? Can we give him a? Can we no, we can't turn it around.
All right, so we're going to do the Union store
Union-
next week, and then Freehold the following week.
All right, so next
Even closer
week,
to my house.
Okay, so we're going to Union. All right, so next Monday we're doing Ray Cattina Mercedes-Benz in Union, New Jersey, on Route 22. In Union. Who's the general manager there?
That is Dan Ligori.
Dan Ligori.
Great guy.
All right, so we're going to have Dan Ligori on the show with us, and we're going to try to plan a couple of little fun things to do with him.
Say something nice about Dan.
Dan, well, a hell of a guy. So let's see, what can I say about Dan? There was one time
He's
where...
not a bad golfer.
No, he's not. He's a good golfer. He loves Bruce Springsteen. I don't know what else to say.
Didn't he save your life when you were choking
No.
at a steakhouse once and gave you the Heimlich?
He did. He gave me a Heimlich. You're making up these stupid stories. No, I didn't. He had nothing to do with that. Anyway, so Ray Cattina, Union, New Jersey, next Monday. That's where we kick it off. I love it. All right, now, before we went to break, you had a story to tell us.
So we're talking about the F1 movie.
Yeah, right.
And I had never really got into F1, and then Mercedes-Benz invited me to go down this past trip down to Miami for
Right.
F1. I got to
Right.
bring my wife.
Yeah.
And really what a neat experience this is. First of all, it's a very expensive sport. I could tell right off the bat.
Oh, of course it is.
But Mercedes-Benz had us in the paddock, which is right above where the pits are.
Right. Oh, that's
We actually
awesome.
got to go down into the pits.
Oh,
I got to meet
incredible.
Russell, the driver. And you really
Is
understand.
he 17?
He's just turned 18. He did
18.
not have his driver's license yet, and he's driving F1.
Oh,
no, not
man.
Russell. That's Kimmy.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch the Netflix? I know we're pinging all over the
Well,
place.
we had to sign before we could go in. We had to sign releases for Netflix.
Did you know that they're doing a reality show
I
on
didn't.
Netflix?
It's been going on, and everyone
Yeah.
says it's very good. It's
well done.
And
well, it's real. It's legit. All the drivers are on it.
So I got to watch it because I actually like watching the Top Golf one. I
You
mean,
see?
the golf one, which is great.
The golf one was terrific. Oh, I thought, you know what? Now we really are. We were like, seriously, we're pinging everywhere now. Have you seen the golf one? The reality one? That's really good. I agree. Are they a season behind on
They're a
Netflix?
season behind.
That's what it is. It was last. That's right.
So it was a really cool and
Yeah.
exciting thing, and even my wife really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it really is
I never
good.
thought she'd enjoy going to a race car event.
Right.
You
Right.
got
she-
the atmosphere of Miami. You got the expensive cars. You got
Yeah.
the craziness. I get it.
Yeah, but I think she actually preferred being there on Saturday with all the stuff going on
Right.
than Sunday for the final race. But we had a great time. But and now I lost where I was going with this before we even started on
See,
this.
'cause we're pinging all over the
movie.
place.
Oh, I was actually
F1.
talking about the F1 movie, and they're talking about the young person and the old drivers. But this Kimmy, the new driver for Mercedes-Benz, is this young kid, and he's just turned 18 when I was in Miami, so he didn't even have his driver's license yet. This kid
you
is
imagine?
going to turn into a superstar.
Right, of course
He
he is.
actually this past race that they just had, I think in Canada or wherever it was located, he had engine trouble and had to get knocked out of the race. But the fact that this kid was 17 years old or 16 years old, and he's driving these cars at 200 plus miles an hour and around these turns was really a neat experience.
And I think he started pretty much like what you have across the street at Porsche, the simulator.
He started with the simulators. They said he started driving like this, I think, at 4 or 5 years of age.
Wow.
And the simulators we have next
gotta
door
try
at
the
Porsche
simulator, by
are
the
just
way.
like being in these cars.
Really?
And then a friend of mine, I was at his house. He got one that's even, I think, an upgrade over what we have. And he said it's so good, and he has to have it adjusted because the steering wheel, if you run off the ground, you have to let go of the wheel because if not, that wheel can break your wrist.
Wow.
And it's the same case scenario in these Formula One cars.
I didn't know that.
So it's
Amazing.
It's amazing. And what I'm learning about this Formula One is how much the engineers are paying attention to the tires.
Oh, they have a whole team.
All the steering wheel and what the
Yeah.
steering wheel has the capability of doing for the drivers and what they have to do on the
Yeah.
fly while they're driving.
So you will love the Netflix then, because if you're starting to realize that already, Netflix goes into everything all about it. That reality show is built around what the engineers do, how they engineer the car, what it all needs, the team around them. You'll be so surprised of how many members are a part of one team just for one driver. It's so intense.
Well, when we're back,
It is.
when we're back here, we got to get him in the to test out the driving in the simulator.
Oh, you mean a Porsche?
Yeah.
Is that where you have it? I didn't even know you guys had
yeah,
one
we have
over
two
there.
of them over there.
Well, I didn't know you had one. I didn't.
You guaranteed you will not be able. And is it a Porsche version or is it a F?
Porsche version.
Oh, okay. Because
Oh man!
if we can get him in an F1, because I had the chance to do that in Westfield. There's one called Apex where you sit there and it's 3 TV screens and you think it's like, oh, it's a video game. Here's $20. You sit there. I was scared S-less just to drive this thing.
You know, I have seen one at the Next Gen, at the Next Gen arena. They have it up in, oh my God, where is it? Up in, New Jersey. I forget where it is, but they do have that same exact thing. I've seen it. I didn't try it. I saw what
Sitting
you're
behind
talking
it,
about.
you think, oh, it's a typical driving
No,
game.
you feel like you're in a real car.
Exactly.
The seats are moving, it's throwing you around. You have no idea.
Incredible.
And then the other thing is, if you notice, because we were Mercedes-Benz first AMG Elite dealer, so our whole AMG Elite showroom, we've now stocked it with all kinds of F1 paraphernalia.
Yeah, right.
Which, when I was at the F1, I could not believe whether somebody was Mercedes, Ferrari, Aston Martin.
Have you ever seen the movie Ford vs. Ferrari?
Yes, that was
a great movie.
Great movie.
Great movie. Yep, I agree. Another one. Have you ever seen it?
Yes.
Terrific movie.
My daughter's first date, that's what she did. They went to see that movie. So I said,
really?
the guy's in a good... Didn't last too long, but they did go see a good movie.
Oh, you know what? Maybe we can ask Doug. Doug,
go
because
ahead.
I've got some issues this week. So it's prom week.
Uh-oh.
Jada's going to the prom on Friday.
Congratulations.
Oh, I don't know. I'm
Man is worried.
I'm a little nervous. I came up with a list of things that I think that if I was their daughter, what a guy would have to do in order to take my daughter to the prom. So I came up with a list. What do you think about these things, Doug? What are some of the things that somebody would have to, accomplish in order to take your daughter to the prom? Is there any things?
Aside from being a nice
Well,
gentleman.
nice
The
guy.
first thing is they have to be respectful. So if they walked
Right.
in and they wanted to meet, my daughter's by her mom and myself, they'd have to, come in and say hello to Mr. and Mrs.
agree.
Wells,
I
shake
agree.
our hands, and
Right.
also you have to be able to look me in the eye. If you can't look me in the eye,
He
then
can't
I-
do
then
that.
I-
He has a problem doing that in general.
It's very difficult in general, but I do agree that you have to
Well,
be.
look Doug in the eye.
It's
he
very
just did
difficult.
for a second. He actually did it for 2 seconds.
A couple of episodes
I
ago.
saw hearts going through it. I got a little nervous.
I can't do it. I can't. I have such a
can't do
problem.
it.
I thought if they bring a good cigar to the house, that's a good thing, right? Bring a good cigar.
You don't
What's
want
it going to
some-
hurt the kid to bring a good cigar?
Yeah, but you don't want him to brown nose
What?
because he's not taking you.
Yeah, I
You want
know,
to just
but-
make sure that he's going to be respectful and
Yeah.
make sure that your daughter is back home and safe.
Okay.
And has a great time.
So,
So
Doug,
good-
you would be okay with an 18-year-old rolling up to your house with a cigar to
A
hand
good
to you?
cigar. A good cigar.
It's a little
it's
weird.
It'd be a little weird. Now, if it was a box of cigars,
All right, fine.
now that's more my
Standard.
What about, do you think that you need to, I said, I need to meet the guy at least 3 times. 3 times. It wouldn't hurt.
I would say not a bad idea, but what happens with these younger people is they tend to at last minute to proms. It's not like when we were young that you asked
that's
30 days,
true.
and if they do it like a week before, and sometimes they do it as a group.
You know
And
what?
you don't
He
know
brings
who,
up a good
and they
point.
sort it all up. So there's 15 or 14 kids
He's
are all
right.
going together, and then
He's
they go,
right.
and then they match each other up based on height or whatever it may be.
I'm not
and,
kidding
and,
you.
and
He's
they're
Do it for the
right.
gram.
and they're not so.
You know what? So you're right, and I'm going to give an example. Is that I was used to, of course, you got to get a prom date. You were so nervous, you had butterflies in the stomach as the date got closer. But my daughter Jada was kind of like, not every.
That's the way they do this now.
Right? Yeah, they're not even going guy girl. So it's like all the guys are going together, all the girls are going together, and I was like, what? But that's the way it is now.
When I was young and
Yeah.
I went to the prom, I made sure that the parents liked me.
Right, that's me too. I thought if the parents liked me, then that was an in. But all right, so you correct me on that one.
Listen to this one.
I thought they'd have to be a Yankee fan. I think it's good. I'm not letting her go with a Met fan. Got to go with a Yankee fan, right?
Well, you know what?
Says it right there.
I like the idea of the Yankee fan because I'm a Yankee fan. I grew up as a
Right,
Mets fan
right.
when I started as a young lad.
Yes,
but I became a Yankee fan. But I actually enjoy both the Yankees and the Mets.
What about the guy has to text me twice during the prom? I want to know, 1, they got there, 2, they're having a good time, maybe a 3rd time, maybe they're leaving. I want 2 or 3 text
That's a
messages.
little much.
I think he's got to be focused on your daughter and their friends. But
What is more focused than texting her father?
I think the only text you should be getting is from your daughter.
What?
Your daughter should be doing that.
All right, fine. What
Just saying,
about
Dad, this was a great time. We're leaving now. We're on our way home, or we're going to the diner and we're gonna get gravies. All
All right,
kinds.
fine. I can see. You know what? You're very polished. Very polished. What about a little barbecue? Maybe one of the weekends we have a little barbecue. Maybe he makes me a burger.
Now, when is this prom?
Well, the prom is Friday.
So when were you gonna barbecue?
Well, I don't know. He's got this week.
He's got
to get-
until Friday.
Right. He's got until Friday
So
to
why
bring me
don't
over a
you?
barbecue.
So why don't you invite all the people over maybe on Wednesday to come over for a barbecue in the backyard?
No. He wants the guy
Well, I
to
just
throw a
think-
barbecue.
And you throw him on the grill.
Oh,
You throw him to make and see how he does.
don't you think that he should have taken 2 or 3 pictures of a tux and asked me which tux I like the best?
He's not taking you to the prom.
But I should check because I know the kind of dress that she's wearing. So if I know the color of the dress, maybe he could say,
I'm going to
"Is this-
tell you right now,
Mr. T, is this
the
a good
person
tux?"
that's making that decision
Right.
is your daughter,
All
and your
right.
daughter knows what tux. And
very
I gotta
polished,
I gotta say one
very
thing.
polished, very polished.
I know your daughters.
Yes,
and
yes,
your
yes.
daughters don't need you to protect them. They
No.
are fully under control.
They'd be very angry. And what about whether or not he can beat me in an arm wrestling match? I think that would show some strength, some bravado. I think that if he could beat me with an arm wrestling, then I think that he could definitely take her to the prom.
Well,
Right? He's a football player. He should be able to beat me in arm wrestling.
It could. He may
Right?
not. He may never have arm wrestled before. Doesn't
But
have
he's
the
a
proper
football
technique.
player. He should be able to,
So you're
you
saying
know.
if he loses, he can't take.
Then he's not strong
You know,
enough to take my daughter to the prom.
the key thing that he should do is
Yeah.
when you first meet him, if he gives you a real handshake, which means his father taught him what a real handshake is,
What, you got to look the guy in the eye,
and
right?
he shakes you with a firm handshake.
That's right.
If he shakes your hand with a like a wet noodle,
Right, no
you're
good.
no good.
Right, it's got a good handshake, right, Doug? And look in the eye. Hello, Mr. T. How are you? Right, like that. That was a good grip, right?
You're doing better at looking people in the eye.
Well, on the handshake, I can
He keeps looking me in the eye.
It's just cute. It's quick and cute, but I can't.
Have a
By
conversation.
the way, did you ever notice that when you go to shake somebody's hand, if you smile, they automatically smile? You change the tone immediately for everybody.
Oh,
so
I
it's
know
such a
that.
great thing
This
to do.
is why we haven't sold any
Smile
cars
at
yet.
people.
I didn't know that.
Because smiling is contagious.
Wow.
And I'd rather be happy than sad.
And on that note, I mean, is that not the best? Doug, thank you very much.
Thanks for putting
Ladies
up with
and
me for a few
gentlemen,
minutes.
The general manager of Ray Cattina Mercedes-Benz, Doug Wells. Yes.
The Brad Pitt of Mercedes.
As my wife
Brad
says,
Pitt.
the Brad Pitt.
The Brad
You
Pitt
should
of Mercedes-Benz.
I'm not going to even blow up his spot, but I'm just saying his
love
phone just. I recognized every name that came through his phone
Yeah.
as he was talking.
See,
to
he's
us.
watching your stuff.
Yeah.
All right, listen, we got to take our last and final break of the podcast. And when we get back, we're going to try to kind of sum up this whole entire show. It was really, what an amazing, we had other things planned, but I'm glad that we didn't even have to get to that stuff. We had such a great show today so far.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to sum everything up when we get back. And I don't even know if we're going to be able to get to who we want to talk to.
We'll
on the
call
phone.
them. We'll call them one more time.
I don't know if we're going to have a chance. I
It's
don't know.
connected because I heard you get a message.
Yeah, I did get a message. All right. This is our very last and final where to go. And before we take this break, wait, don't go anywhere just yet. If you are a small business and if you would like to be a part of this podcast, and we call it a where to go, please message me at Greg T Live on Instagram. All right, go to Greg T Live on Instagram, message me, and we will make sure that everybody knows about your small business next week. All right, this is what we call a where to go. We'll be right back right after this. Eat Clean Bro. They deliver fresh, healthy, chef-prepared meals right to your door. So whether you're into bodybuilding or weight loss or just trying to eat better without the hassle of cooking, Eat Clean Bro has got a ton of options for you. Gluten-free options, high-protein options, chicken parm with sweet potato mash, buffalo chicken, mac and cheese, turkey meatballs and pasta, teriyaki salmon with jasmine rice, and Eat Clean Bro delivers within 24 hours in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania area. So if you're looking to try it out or you want help picking some meals that match your goals, head over to eatcleanbro.com right now. Eat Clean Bro. That's where to go.
I want you to indulge in some pure wellness and discover the ultimate relaxation at Billy Bosa Massages in Parlin, New Jersey. Over at Billy Bosa Massages, they offer cryotherapy, red light therapy, body sculpting, laser lipo, and cryo slim. And you can experience this all with the luxurious wellness experience at the exclusive private upscale setting at Billy Bosa Massages. So book today, BillyBosaMassages.com, or check them out on Instagram, Billy_Bosa, BOSSA 06. That's where to go.
Asbury Park Distilling Company. You've got to check this place out. Located right on Lake Avenue in the heart of Asbury Park, New Jersey. This isn't just a bar. It's a one-of-a-kind tasting experience. Their bartenders are masters of their craft. Elevate your night out with everybody at Asbury Park Distilling Company. It's Asbury Park's first and only distillery. They distill gin, bourbon, whiskey, vodka, and more. All made in-house from scratch. Asbury Park Distilling Company, where the spirit never dies. That's where to go. And final go around here of today's podcast. Monday mornings, 11 a.m. from Ray Cattina Mercedes-Benz in Route 1, on Route 1 in Edison, New Jersey.
Are we on or in?
We are on. We're in Ray Cattina on Route 1 in Edison, New Jersey. And did he just say that they're having a golf outing?
Yeah.
And we were not invited to the golf outing?
No, you need a certain level of celebrityness.
What am I not at that I'm not at that
I
level?
hate to break it to you, my friend.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could podcast from it. Sure. Right?
Yes.
Doug, when's the golf outing? Is it a Monday? Is that a Monday? Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Yeah, we podcast on Mondays. Yeah, I'm sorry, can't make it. All right, well, that's why I wasn't invited. I understand. They were looking out for me.
Yeah, no,
they were like,
they
you know,
wanted you there.
Right, he podcasts on a Monday. We're gonna do the golf outing on Tuesday, so it can't be there. No problem. Where are you guys doing? A deal? Hollywood? Oh my God, Due Process, my favorite place.
Yes.
And but that's all right. I understand. I understand why they didn't invite me. I get it. You know, I can't be at everything.
This is a little personal.
Yes.
Do you have? My wife texted me. Do you have access to mezcal in Old Bridge?
I know. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know the owners.
All right, we got to talk later.
All right, no problem. I'll pull some strings.
This is the first time I'm actually asking you for something. What's that?
You want to go? I'll get you guys both in.
Say, look at this.
All right, I'll pull some strings for you. Mezcal in Old Bridge. Everybody wants to go?
You're gonna come on my anniversary dinner? That'll be
All
great.
right. Okay, we gotta sum things up. All right, so here's what we did today. So today was a very, very exciting day for Greg T Live, the podcast. If you guys are just joining in, thank you very much for being a part of today's show. But we came in and we got some amazing news that Ray Katina, Mercedes-Benz, now wants us to do a summer tour. Why you go through my phone, bro?
I'm seeing if he's available.
Who's available? What are you talking about? What are you doing? No, why not? We don't have time for this.
Keep on doing. Don't worry about it. I'm in the background.
We don't have time for this. All right, anyway, so we have some really great news, and the news is that the Greg T Live podcast is going to go on a summer tour, and we're going to be making stops at many different Ray Katina Mercedes-Benz dealerships starting next Monday. So starting next Monday, the tour is going to kick off in Union, New Jersey on Route 22.
It's very busy.
Mercedes-Benz.
Very busy up there.
It is very busy. So we're going to be there, Route 22, 11 a.m. Doors open up at 10. If you'd like to be there, please come by. We're going to have a lot of fun, and again, shout out to the general manager there is Dan Ligori.
You gave him mouth-to-mouth once.
Right. You know what? I did give him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. That's right. You know, we were at a restaurant. He was choking, and I had to give him the Heimlich,
right,
and then I had to give him mouth-to-mouth. So that's how Dan Ligori and I are really tight that way.
Very connected.
These lips touched his, and we've been lips brothers, mouth brothers forever now since that.
I would rephrase that, but yes.
Yeah. So anyway, so the tour kicks off next Monday in Union, New Jersey. That was the big news today.
You're right there. Do I need to give you mouth-to-mouth?
It's my Canada Dry. Anyway, we are looking for some sponsors. If you would like to be a sponsor of the summer tour that kicks off next week, please, without a doubt, you got to reach out to me at Greg T Live on Instagram and tell me that you would like to be a sponsor, and we'd love to have you on. We're looking for sponsors. We're going to be touring the entire tri-state area, going to every single Ray Katina, Mercedes-Benz, and other car dealerships they have. They have BMW, they have Jaguar, they have Land Rover. So we're going to be at every single one of their places starting at 11 a.m. on Mondays. So it'll start next week.
This is the chance for someone to come out and say hello. You know, like I get it.
Without a doubt it is.
You know, if you're not in and around the Edison area or driving through.
Right.
So now we are coming to you.
That's right. We're going to be in Union, New Jersey at 11 a.m. Starts 11 a.m. next Monday in Union. Oh, boy. Man, it's a lot. It was a great show today. It really was.
Flew by.
It did fly by. It was a great show. Doug was awesome. We were supposed to have another guest on the show. We had to ex-nay that guest. So it happens. Did you talk to him? The guest?
No, we're connected. It was your phone.
No, but they're not on right now, though. I'm just saying you didn't talk to them.
They are. Say hello.
No, they're not on. They're not on. They're not here. They would have been on right now. They're not here. Anyway, all right, guys. So we're going to wrap things up. It's been a great show. I'm glad you guys got a chance to actually see Mitch and Aiden today. That was cool. And the greatest news, we're going to go on tour.
Yeah.
Start next Monday. I like that. I
And
can't
you're
wait.
going to watch Lilo and Stitch this week.
Oh, my God. Where are my manners? How can I ever forget? And I'm going to watch Lilo and Stitch, and then I'm going to record myself, my reaction of the movie when it's over.
Yep.
I love it. All right, guys. On behalf of myself, I'm Greg T.
Got another
I got another message. This is Garrett, and we are out, and we will see you next week in Union, New Jersey on Route 22 at Ray Katina Mercedes-Benz, all right? We'll see you again on tour starting next Monday. I'm so excited.
Here we go.
Laters, guys. Peace out.